What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Strange Coins, relaxing Destiny commentary for fans of the series. It's been a while since we have done Strange Coins. I'm excited to bring it back. I hope you had an incredible Christmas and you're ready for 2017. I know I am ready for some fresh starts and new adventures. Today, since we are now past Christmas, which, by the way, I hate how quick that transition happens. Like, when you're a kid, Christmas feels like it lasts forever, like weeks, because you're off of school. But when you work, I got a weekend off, and it's like, oh, that's nice, but you have all this build up, the decoration, the shopping, and then it's all just done. I don't know. It's kind of a melancholy thing for me. But regardless, what does Destiny look like in 2017? Let's talk about what the next 6 to 8 months probably will look like, and some of the things that Destiny 2 absolutely has to deliver on. Otherwise, we're going to see a significant drop in the population. There are just some key things that we've been accepting of during Destiny 1's lifespan that I don't think will fly if those trends continue in Destiny 2. So looking forward, February is when we're probably going to get the Crimson Days live event. If you guys didn't play last year, Crimson Days was a very, very small PvP event where it was a special version of Team Double Elimination where if your buddy got taken out, you got a bunch of buffs put onto you. It was a very, very small event, had some, Valentine's Day decorations, some new ghost shells, and it honestly was like Festival of the Lost in a lot of ways. Yes, it brought with it a game mode, but it didn't deliver a whole ton of things. But I think this February, we're getting the weapon balance pass that we thought we were getting in December. If you guys haven't been paying attention, we were sort of overdue for a weapon balance pass in December. That's what happened last year. It didn't happen. Cosmos said that the team is still trying to find the right settings and that they'll be bringing us more information early in 2017. So, I think that they put off the weapon balance pass not to make the February Crimson Days event bigger, but purely because I think Wyzanewski and the PvP balance designers, like the big top dogs, are all working on Destiny 2 at this point. We've not heard really anything from Wyzanewski, who is giving us a lot of regular PvP updates on these balance passes in Year 2, and now I'm pretty much positive the majority of their staff is focused on Destiny 2. So the balance pass might be falling onto some B team, some second tier folks, and they just need some more time. But please deliver that. I think that will give Crucible a real shot in the arm. It's something that I feel desperately needs to happen to keep the regular hardcore players engaged and coming back to PvP regularly throughout weeks. Following February, if we look at last year, we're probably getting an April update. This last year, April brought with it, the new Challenge of Elders, the level 41 Prison of Elders, and some new armor and activities to complete. It brought with it mainly a bunch of really great quality of life changes and was a fairly good update. I think most of us would say we enjoyed the April update. Definitely not enough to carry people between April and Rise of Iron, but a good enough live event that we said, hey, this is the type of update we want to see the live team doing more of. Well, this April, what could happen? A lot of people believe that we're going to see Crota's End and Vault of Glass updated. And I don't know if I fall into that category because they've said before, Bungie has stated that they are not going to just bring back the raids with new rewards, as much as I would like that. They're not going to just bring back the raids with new rewards. They want to give us a reason to go back to those activities. Now, what that reason is usually stems from, look how they remix strikes and they add taken elements. I don't think they're going to just do that with Vault of Glass or Crota's End because, A, that seems a little cheap and underdeveloped, and B, I really doubt that the live team has the resources to put together a remixed version of Vault of Glass and Crota's End, one that lives up to the legacy that is those raids. So, I think April Update is not going to be the raid remixes. As much as I want that, I think that is something that's going to happen in Destiny 2. I think in the new updated engine in Destiny 2, later on they're going to give us a reason to go back and see Vault of Glass in the new engine, totally updated with Destiny 2 mechanics. I just am not seeing it happen this April. As much as I would like it, I really feel like they don't need to do a huge makeover to make those raids feel incredible. Vault of Glass and Crota's End are still fantastic raids, and you can go and play them and have a good time. If there was just better endgame rewards to do so, and you wanted to do it on your weekly rotation, I think people really would. So, if April isn't that, what could it be? Probably just more quality of life updates, maybe some more remix strikes. I really don't know. I would like to see them do sort of a retrospective celebration of Destiny 1 at that time. Really bring into focus the accomplishments we've done since vanilla, and let us relive the last 3 or 4 months before Destiny 2 and build it in a way that creates a lot of hype. Now, I'm talking about Destiny 2 later next year because it has been confirmed 2017 is the year it's coming out. So you're probably going to see an announcement at E3, which is June 13th. It's usually early June that it occurs. You'll definitely see Destiny 2 there, and I bet you're going to start seeing Destiny 2 leaks sometime after this March. And my estimation is Destiny 2 will probably be an August or September release. Let's hope. I hate when games release in that October-November window because they're all stacked up there. I like having a little bit of extra time. So a few things that I think have to change for Destiny's future success. And by the way, that kind of rough calendar that I just laid out there is using previous information. I would love it if Destiny surprised us and went completely all over the board, delivering live updates and new events every single month. I just don't think that's probably going to happen. And I'd like to know what you guys think is going to happen. Do you think Raid Remix in April? Do you think Crimson Days is coming back in February? All right. So for Destiny's future, I really think that players gave Destiny 1 a lot of leeway because of the engine limitations. If Destiny 2 fails to deliver, though, on a few things, I think we're going to see a massive decline in population and popularity for this game. By the way, the population numbers, over 30 million registered players is the last big, official number that Activision has given us for the game. However, on Destiny Tracker's site, you can see that yesterday, which was Christmas, over 500,000 people, about 502,000 people played a PvP activity yesterday, just one. And then 711,000 people played a PvE activity, and that could be the same player base. And that's throughout a 24-hour window. That's still really good population numbers for a game this old. That's not concurrent, by the way. That's throughout the course of 24 hours. But if Destiny 2 releases without dedicated servers for both PvE and PvP activities, I think you will see a massive departure of a lot of players. And it'll be a tough choice because I love this game, but that is one of the areas that I'm not willing to compromise on. It is 2016. There are plenty of console shooters that are producing solid, dedicated servers for shooters. And I don't think that there's any leeway on this one. I really believe Destiny has to go this direction, especially in PvP, which Destiny has gotten a bad rep, justifiably so, for really poor network conditions and odd teleportation and lag stuff happening. I realize it's exceptionally complicated and challenging, but there are other games that are succeeding far more that you can try out today, Titanfall 2 or Halo 5, that give you a much better connection experience all around using dedicated servers. I also believe that 60 FPS is make or break for a ton of players. Better flow of content. They've addressed and said before as the developers, hey, we play this game too. We want more activities. We want better endgame. We want more stuff to do. And we as the players, when we hear the developers saying that, are like, okay, but why? Why don't you do it? If you're the devs and you want that, why aren't you doing that? Why aren't you creating a better, steady stream of good engagement content? And the answer seems to be, oh, engine limitations, didn't have time. Well, that is not going to fly in Destiny 2. I think improved pricing and communication of content should be expected because it's a challenging situation where they need to monetize their game, and we essentially pay a subscription price if you look at the expansions and the DLCs and how they're released if you buy them new. It's like paying, I think, a $9 subscription or whatever if Destiny was free to play. So if a new player comes in and they look at the collection and they go, Destiny, Dark Below, House of Wolves, The Taken King, Rise of Iron, that's 5 things in 3 years. That will be 5 things. That is really confusing to a new player. Whereas if you look at a World of Warcraft, a new expansion releases every 2 to 3 years. And they're big. They're $60 and the player gets the progression of Burning Crusade, Wrath of the Lich King, Cataclysm, etc. I'm not saying that we should have less DLCs or expansions. I just think they need to do a much better job communicating what the difference is between a DLC or an expansion, and the pricing of that, because it's a big halting point for plenty of folks. Better live events is something to expect from Destiny 2. The Dawning, I think they did a fantastic job, but looking back at the Festival of Lost, it was just garbage. Festival of Lost was so bad. They didn't give you new activities or celebrate you as the player. It was just bringing you new products to purchase through loot crates. I think the Dawning brought new activities, also rewarded you as a player by giving you the presents and made you feel like a valued member of the community rather than just somebody to sell a microtransaction to. And better endgame. better endgame and communication of that endgame. There's a huge group of players who play Destiny way more than what it was intended to be played, and they want to see rewards that match that. They want to see, as an investment game, my time and effort is valued, and there should be really long, in-depth quests that I get to go on. As I'm praising The Dawning, I have to admit, a lot of the quests, and especially the exotic quests for, like, Nova Mortis, it's like, this was really shallow. Like, I know you guys can produce more lengthy, great quest lines. I mean, look at Touch of Malice. That's a great example of a weapon that takes a long time to get but is very rewarding. Or if you guys did the exotic quest sword line in the Taken King, it took a while. There were many steps. Some of it was tedious, but however, that sword has a lot of value to you if you got it because you invested time and energy to get. And everybody who sees the sword knows, you went through all of that. High five. But optimistically, I think we're going to see everything I just pointed out in that list. And Bungie has been doing a much better job at communicating with us than they did in Year 2. However, Destiny 2, please deliver on these things. It's going to be a great 2017. I am very excited. Are there some things that I didn't talk about in this video that you think need to be in Destiny 2 that are critical for its success? Do you have any ideas about the timeline of this upcoming year? I'd love to hear about it down in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed this video, please let me know with a like. I thank you very much for watching. Have a good Monday, and we'll talk to you later this week.